all things in moderation is something that has always been, helpful for the human system. And it could be that someone might use AI in certain ways that might stimulate creativity in them that they might not have thought about. But once AI is showing them something that they hadn't thought about, it might spark them to think about something even more brilliant. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Art of Awakening podcast, where the art of living awake becomes a daily practice. I'm your host, Dr. Sue Morter, and today I am joined by Master Mingtong Gu, a Qigong master, founder of the Qi Center and Southwest Sanctuary, and a teacher who has spent more than 30 years bringing ancient practices of energy cultivation and embodied awakening into modern life. So you know that I love this conversation. It's what we talk about all the time. It's what our community is definitely centered and grounded in. So I so look forward to where we get to go today. He has a new book coming that's called Coming Home to Embodied Awakening, to reclaim your body and your power and purpose in an age of AI. Offers a path back to the body as a living source of wisdom and presence and healing. So I know that probably sounds really familiar too. It's, Master Mingtong, you are right up our alley. I want to welcome you to the Art of Awakening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're absolutely, we are really in the same field, doing the same work and sharing even the same language, same process. I'm
Mm.
just so delighted to be here with you, with this community. I'm so looking forward to our conversation. Actually, we launched the book about the same time.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
understanding now. I remember us talking about it long before either one of the books came out,
right.
that it was going to be around the same time. So there's definitely a beautiful message birthing into the world right now along the lines of embodiment. And thank you for being a very big part of that.
Thank you.
So your path brings together, as I mentioned, energy cultivation, the cultivation of wisdom and healing, and crosses the pathway of Qigong. So where do you believe that awareness and energy meet in the experience of embodied awakening? What's the relationship between energy and the energy medicine that, our world is talking about, and the quantum field, and wakefulness, consciousness, awareness itself? What is that intersection for you when you use the words embodied awakening?
Yeah. There are many questions there already. Many questions. So let's take one step back a little bit. The come back to the name of the book is Coming Home. First is coming home. Coming home in this case is recognizing we're not quite at home right now. So that's one level of awareness. Be aware of the truth, including the truth of suffering, the truth of disease, and truth of problems we're experiencing, everyday life, in the world, in the small scale, large scale, it's happening. And that awareness is important. So, but beyond all these problems is really, for me, is understanding, discovering that the deeper cause of these problems, which is the symptom, all kind of symptom. So the deepest problem is feeling homelessness. The feeling homelessness, basically, practically speaking, is the disconnection of mind and the body. So when we live in the mental world, it's like has its own world, right? Its own world in the mental world. All the story, concept, problem solving, data, mental process, which is part of life, is important. But we live in there like 90% of the day, 99% of the day. Yeah. And that is a different world than this world, the physical world, the real energetical world, tangibly, yeah, in human experience, human presence, including Mother Earth. Yeah. So that is the real world. I call this the real world. And yet we disconnect from the real world, living in the mental world. So now it's worse. We're living even in the digital world. Our mental world is hijacked by the digital world, in the screen, in the AI, in all the data, you know, information, simulations, all that. So I see that it's like our mind, our spirit, yeah, is not necessarily here, home in this real world. And that's I call homeless. That's called the exile from our own home, which is this body. That's one of my discoveries, slow healing, slow teaching, slowly, really the process of discovering, who am I? What is the meaning of life? Yeah. Why I'm here? What it bring me fulfillment? In that process, discovering the home is here. So in that process, recognizing we are feeling homelessness until we come back to home here. So that is one invitation, but also it's awareness. The awareness of the problem, awareness of the cause of all the problems. Then awareness of the new option is available, is coming home. When we're coming home to this body, then deeper awakening can happen. So not just in the mental level, not just in the consciousness level, but in the energetic level. So when we're speaking of energy, my perception of energy is everything is energy. When people ask me what is chi, ask back what is not chi. So everything is chi. So the physical is a condensed form of energy. And beyond the physical, there's the subtle energy in the space, yeah, in the environment, on the planet Earth, in the whole galaxy, yeah. So when we embracing not just the language, but this recognition of energy, we are opening to, yeah, the perception, both physical, non-physical, both visible, invisible, both the known as well the unknown, the mystery of the universe, the mystery of the creation, open to this discovery connection with the source energy beyond what we experience as the relative energy. So that is the cosmology, the methodology I share. So when we're perceiving like everything as energy, then what that means is discovering how to work with energy, discovering this body, yeah, is beyond just physical, somatic, biological, chemical machine. It's embodied energy, which on one hand is physical, on the other hand is non-physical, because the physical is carry the non-physical, and the visible is carry also the invisible. These two is inseparable, two inseparable. So really discovering that inseparableness of existence, and that's the deeper awakening process.
So when someone is wanting to implement what you're speaking about, how would they begin to know that they're bridging those worlds together again, that they're honoring the invisible and the visible at the same time, that they're in a true state of appreciation in a manner that's not just conceptual, but that they can walk into their lives knowing that they're allowing those two worlds to influence everything that they're doing, and I I'm filling in the blanks here a little bit, and in that my work is in this area as well, to know that they are potentiating their whole full true self when they are coming home to their body. What how is someone going to know that this is unfolding for them?
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So it's truly ongoing discovery, slow, direct experience. And the simple words is feel, the feeling, the feeling. So that is beyond just thinking. That is beyond just expectation. beyond what should be, shouldn't be, right, wrong, good and bad. So it's like feeling it. It's feeling the truth. The truth is in the body. Yeah, the mind is projecting, interpreting, but that's not the real truth. The real truth is existing in this body, which carry the physical, non-physical. So when we carry that intention, say, I'm here this moment to feel my body. So in the beginning is feeling whatever is true in the body. Obviously, you start to feel, the sensation, emotions, and the subtle feeling in the body. But the invitation is embracing both the comfortable and uncomfortable sensation. Yeah, so the intention is not like, okay, I'm going to the body. I want to just feel the light, feel the joy, feel what we labeled as desirable, as good. That's, of course, we want that, right? But the truth is the wholeness in the body, is inclusiveness, is encompassing everything. The stress, the tension, the pain, the trauma from the past. Yeah. The known part of the experience. Yeah. Both comfortable and uncomfortable. But also opening with a sense of curiosity. Oh, the deeper truth. I don't know the deeper truth. The truth is, we don't know much about our own body. We have a lot of knowledge about the body from the textbook, from, AI, from whatever it might be, right? But these are information. These are story. These are different from a direct experience of your own body. So it's not about someone else's body. It's not about the understanding of the body. It's about the direct experience of the body, which is only possible when you're letting go of the mental story, mental assumption, even mental expectation. Say, I'm going to feel it this moment, feel the truth in my body. Then you continue to discover the deeper truth. The deeper truth is like, okay, the invitations feel in the beginning, the sensation, the feeling, both comfortable, uncomfortable, both intense and subtle, both the known, the unknown. And you just relax into this process without rushing it. Whether you're scanning the entire body, scanning, feel your brain, feel your heart, feel your five organ system, feel different part of your body, and you kind of tap into this wholeness, the truth. Yeah. Then you start to go deeper, deeper. So in the beginning, is a sensation, is a feeling. Then you may have like, certain emotion, certain interpretation, but you go beyond the interpretation, feeling the energy, realizing the energy. There's only two pattern. One is contracting pattern, when the energy is stuck, suppressed, contracted, blocked, then this energy is not functioning to the full capacity, directly affecting our physical health, emotional experience, mental, spiritual function. And the same energy, when the same energy is softening, opening, flowing again, then we're experiencing, optimum function as a human being in all levels, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And that's where healing just naturally happens. And spiritual awakening is the ongoing healing. That means realizing your full potential as a human being in all level of physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So that encompassing nature, that is the embodied awakening. So now like spiritually feel, consciously feel connected, but energetically embodied, the deeper embodied feeling inside of you without leaving your body. So that's kind of a distinguishing of the process. We can, do a meditation directly experiencing that.
So the mechanism that someone would begin to utilize to be able to embody what this concept is in your work is what? In what way do you guide people to pull these things together that you're describing so that they do feel the truth in the body and they know what that feeling is? Is there a system that you use, or is there a methodology that you bring into your work that allows people to land this concept between the worlds that is, a well-known concept these days in the world, and to actually utilize that for healing? I'm guessing activating their creative genius. What are and as well, what are the benefits that people can expect to experience beyond just feeling this beautiful connection
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, beautiful. So the short answer is, on one hand, is the cosmology, simply put, is opening to three things, three aspects of life or existence. One is wholeness, wholeness. That means inclusiveness. Yeah, allowing whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, even your thoughts, present, existing, without fighting, resisting, without attaching certain thing, aversion to other things. So that's encompassingness. It's like wholeness, recognizing, oh, every part of me, every part of my existence, every aspect of my experience, every, connection I'm experiencing, So including, struggle, including stress, including the tension, including the unknown. So that is one cosmology. Also, it's a methodology, yeah. And the secondly, yeah, is about oneness, yeah, oneness. So when you're experiencing energy oneness, you're recognizing it's like, oh, energy is infinitely present in the universe. Energy is naturally connecting all existence. Yeah. Physical, non-physical, visible, invisible. Yeah. So it's about oneness, experiencing the oneness. So in the meditation, we're visualizing our energy body, yeah, expanding to all direction. Yeah, to the forest, to the mountains, to the ocean, to the horizon, to the star, to the planet, And then you go back inwardly to, the brain, to the heart, to the five organ system, to the cells, to trillion cells in your body. So that cosmology of the universe outside of us, the universe inside of us is inseparable, inseparable. So that is the kind of cosmology, methodology of oneness. Then you go further deeper, is the essence of energy, the essence of existence. We call pure energy, pure source, is beyond the label, beyond any identification, beyond even, any separation or perception of separation. So it's all about perception. So you kind of, over the time, you're gradually letting go of these perception based on physical, based on separation, based on concept, based on, kind of whatever preference, even expectation, so on. So it's like recognizing the infinite source energy is always present. And you are the manifestation of this infinite source energy in the physical form as well as non-physical presence.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, that's the methodology, is the cosmology. So then the process is like this. I call 3 steps. And the first step is, we share a little bit already, is like you're returning to home, coming home to this body, instead of lost outside of us. Circumstances, analyzing it, controlling it, yeah. Or even diagnosing it, yeah. You go inwardly, instead of thinking about it, diagnose about it, problem solving about it, is feeling. So feeling your own body, internally feeling that truth, as I mentioned. So that's the first step, is called internal unconditional acceptance of the truth within you, within your body. That's the first process. The second stage of the process I call activation. Activation. So when you go deeper into the body, discovering, it's a process, we meditating, discovering deeper and deeper, contacting, awakening the energy. So then when you realizing, from the story, the mental story to the feeling, then to the energy, then you're realizing only two patterns of energy. So when you're in touch with energy, in that intention, that process, you're awakening the energy already beyond the story, beyond just, whatever assumption we have about what's happening inside of us. So then become natural, possible, effective by doing this movement. Oh, okay, I'm here doing the movement to move the energy, opening the energy flow from stagnation, from contraction. Oh, I'm doing the sound, so the vibration, allow the energy. Vibration is fast frequency movement, basically. When you vibrating, it's a movement. So the energy is from stagnant, contracted pattern, start to vibrate, start open. And high frequency, the energy is, then bigger movement, the faster the movement becomes, then bigger change can happen. That is the simple, science of how vibration works. So then you do meditation. The meditation is about, letting go of the story, letting go of the judgment, letting go of attachment, letting go of aversion, letting go of, stress, tension you're holding in your body, in your mind, in your life in general. So in that sense, you're opening the subtle energy body. So these three process, you're repeating it, then the energy continuously, awakening deeper, opening deeper, flowing deeper. Then as outcome, it's very simple. When the energy, moving through the entire body freely, you're experiencing more vitality, experiencing healing, experiencing continuous improvement of health. And when the energy moving, opening freely, your heart opening bigger, you're experiencing the greater capacity for love and for joy. It's the internal experience of love and joy. It's does not depend on the circumstances. You become the change you want to see in the world. When that same energy awakening, you're speaking of Kundalini, energy. I speak of the Jing energy. It's the same thing. From the base of the spine, awakening, opening, moving upward. And on one hand, empowering the heart. On the other hand, when you go to the brain, empowering the brain, enhancing the mental function, creativity, fulfilling your divine purpose. So that's kind of the whole process.
Yes, beautiful. So it's a systematic process that begins on a super subtle level that you build and you take people through a system of energy flow, conscious awareness of that energy flow, and then it can influence various areas of the body that would open to and allow energy to move in ways that it wasn't able to move before, because we're reinstating a more perfecting template that allows for healing that would naturally be healing anyway, would naturally be happening, to now engage again where it was stuck and to begin to flow through the body so that healing can unfold. Am I paraphrasing you properly? Okay. So,
Totally.
I want to jump to in our time together today, because it was significant enough that you included it in the title of your book, this age of artificial intelligence, and how the interface of everything that you're so beautifully describing about the beauty of our true nature. What happens when we then are depending on artificial intelligence, engaging with it in terms of what you just described. What happens when you introduce into the picture this digital world that is definitely, a new layer of humanity's playground for people to be engaging in? What happens to the system that you're just describing when we are living in the
Yeah,
era of something outside of ourselves?
yeah, totally. Um, the short response is I'm feeling the urgency beyond any other time. So on one hand, everybody is feeling the uncertainty about AI. Some of us are totally excited, even over depend on AI already. Some of us totally fearful. All this concern is valid. Yeah. So definitely that is something we're facing in the first time in humanity. The impact to our life, to our existence even. Yeah. Not only our experience, not only our functionality, but to the existence of humanity is so profound. So first of all, I want to say we're facing the uncertainty, acknowledging that uncertainty, acknowledging this profound impact is happening right now. So my choice, is consciously asking these deeper questions beyond, how to use AI. Is AI good or bad? Asking the deeper question, why you're using AI? What the purpose you're serving by using AI? And the second is how to use AI. So more than just what to accomplish with AI. If we focus on what to accomplish with AI, we're going to cause facing not only a crisis, but actually the end of humanity. That's how I feel right now. Because when you focus on the function of AI, what are we doing? Is like, okay, we using the mind trying to, perform, to control, to problem solving, every aspect of life. We're missing this real life experience, which is only possible because of this human existence of the body. And when we overly highlighting the function, then we putting all these function to the AI, so to speak, have that tendency. Then we basically amplifying more disconnection from this body. We're going to eventually not only feel more homeless, but we're going to giving. Yeah, this is one idea right now. It's happening, not just for future. The idea of putting the consciousness into a machine so I don't have to deal with the limitation of this body anymore. I can be immortal as a machine. So this is not just metaphor anymore. So that's what I see right now. It's like almost like we are, having this human body, but rarely feel it. We rarely connect with it, rarely experiencing it, rarely knowing the importance of this human existence, but just living in the mental world, almost like walking stick, walking robot already. So because of that condition, it's leading to more to extreme. That means more disconnection from this body made possible for me to exist as human being. So that means I'm going to end my human existence if I continue this direction of depending on AI, focus on functionality of AI, focus on data processing, focus on, what do you want to get instead of what do you want to experience. Yeah.
It's very interesting because all things in moderation is something that has always been, helpful for the human system. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it could be that someone might use AI in certain ways that might stimulate creativity in them that they might not have thought about. But once AI is showing them something that they hadn't thought about, it might spark them to think about something even more brilliant. Sort of like when we brainstorm or when we come together in a collective of a mastermind of some nature. We've actually been sort of using that in the circles that we've come to for gathering wisdom of the collective. It's fascinating. So it's possible that, I see it as it's possible, and I was very, very resistant to the whole thing. Just, it's similar with
Right.
similar concerns to what you're sharing, because
Yeah.
my whole purpose on the planet is about getting people in their bodies and
Right,
how
right,
to
right.
live fully as a divine presence while here on the surface of the planet. And so when I started, kind of tinkering around with it because everybody is showing this or that, it can do this, it can do that. I started to recognize that when it would say something back to me, given information I put in, it would turn on a light bulb inside, just as if I was talking to a brilliant individual, on a podcast. And so it's like, oh, well, depending on what I then do with that information, it could actually enhance my human experience of creativity and infinite possibilities and engaging. It might just stimulate me into waking up, ironically, in ways. Now, the lazy user is going to use AI so that they don't have to think. The conscious individual is going to
Yeah.
use AI to help them think in a more profound manner. And so we can add upon, you leave that conversation from a mastermind group or gathering or a wisdom circle of some sort, and you go back into your life and you're applying things in another way. And and so you're more enhanced because of having spoken to this group of people, because of having listened to a podcast, for example. So
Yeah.
so what if we can encourage people to both and to remember who
Yeah.
you are, come home to yourself, live as this soulful presence, and if AI is going to enhance some part of your life, you make sure that you're in the driver's seat, that you're not just turning over all of your decisions and turning over, all of your questions to AI. Therefore, you're not evolving yourself. What do you think about that sort of both and approach to AI? Did you speak to it that way in the book? Does your book cover these kinds of things, or?
I I did totally. We're on so much on the same page. Just like ultimately it's a paradox. And
Mm,
in a way, life is a paradox, right? But now the AI is bringing another level of paradox. It's like
yeah,
amplifying this
yeah,
paradox. It's like can enhancing it's my own experience, enhancing my creativity, enhancing my clarity, enhancing my perspective, enhancing my way of thinking even much bigger way, even creating momentum of for what I want to accomplish in the world, serving the highest purpose. That's all happening. Super exciting, including I use AI to write the book too. The AI was my ghostwriter. So it's like this was amazing interaction back and forth. Each chapter I will go through this, with a ghostwriter, maybe I can go back, 3 times back and forth, right? But with this I can do 10 times, 20 times, right? And it's like getting so deep, even very personal. And so I totally have this experience. Yeah. So it is both totally. So it's like more we focus on even using the AI for this good purpose, then more requires for discernment. What is chooseful for you, not just abstractly, not just conceptually, not just looking good. Now we're reading all these writing mostly come out of AI, email, but there's like almost like too perfect.
hmm,
Become a little bit of yes, like not so human anymore. Like human has its own imperfection, has its own limitation. That's part of life. So when we too much focus on, functionality, perfection, then we're losing that imperfection of human experience. But also another discernment is no matter how much creativity we have, is focused on expression, focused on information. It's mental, still mental.
Yeah, definitely.
So differentiating that is different from the direct experience. It's like different creativity when you go to the nature. You're inspired by the nature. You feel something, the light, the form, the color, and the smell, the sound, and you touch something. You feel something, visible, invisible. From that stimulation, it's very different from just from thought to thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
It's
about
different
just gathering answers, right? We're here
exactly,
for more than just gathering answers in the world. We're here into
exactly.
the experience of heaven, earth. We're here for the beauty and the bounty of all of that. For that reason, I did not use AI in my book at all, not one smidgen of it, because I wanted to have the experience of bringing forth my own soulful expression of the unfoldment of this life. What's happening here, as a guide for people to be able to do the same. And so, when we put it all together, we're offering all the possibilities for people. I do want to make sure that we have time to drop into a bit of a meditation, as what we're putting together here is this AI is just a call for greater discernment. It's a step up for us to be even more responsible, because there is this toy over here that we can play with that could actually solve so many things. And at the end of the day, it has to feel good to the soul, or we're just further disembodying ourselves and disempowering ourselves in ways that ultimately can take civilizations out. So we want to, in our conversation today, enhance what it is that we're here to remember and to hold fast to, in the midst of all the letting go and all of the outer pull that we are experiencing and knowing is needed. What's that baseline? So maybe you could guide us into, a moment of remembering what it feels like to come home.
Yeah. So again, because of AI, the AI is forced us to discern more, and also even force us to asking the deep question, what that means to be human now in this age of AI. So the main difference between me and the AI, artificial intelligence, is I have this human body. This human body is beyond what I think, beyond the mental function, beyond the data, beyond the number, beyond the simulation, no matter how that could be powerfully creative even. So that's the deepest recognition, deepest realization, actually, because of AI phenomena, forced me to ask myself the question, who am I? Yeah, what that means to be human. More I realize that, more I facing the choice. Yeah, do I want to be human or not? When I choose want to be human, that's the meditation help me to do this. So I want to share this short meditation, inviting everybody to join us together. If you're comfortably, gently close your eye and placing hands on top of your chest and feeling your own body beyond any concept, and simply experiencing the truth. When I speak in these words, you can say these words together with me. First, without this body, I do not exist as human being. Without this body, I do not exist as a human being. Without this body, I do not exist as human being. And feeling the truth beyond any concept, any analysis, Feel the presence of your own body, the presence of your own existence. And the second choose. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Together. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. And feel this truth, embracing all the sensation, feeling, experience of life inside of your own body, both comfortable, uncomfortable, both intense and subtle, both familiar and new, both the known and unknown. The third truth. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime. Together. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime. Feel the truth. Feel the inseparable nature of the body and the soul, beyond any concept, any separation. And feel the wholeness of your presence, your own presence, beyond any definition, any boundary. Energy, presence of wholeness. Encompassing the physical, non-physical, the visible, invisible, the known, the unknown. You can now reach in, feeling the energy body of yourself, naturally connecting with the energy body of the Mother Earth beneath us, all around us, inseparable, visible, invisible. You can now reach in the energy body of yourself, naturally connecting with the infinite above us, the infinite of the universe, the infinite all around us, the infinite beneath us. You can now reach in, feeling the infinite inside of you, inside of your brain, trillion cell of your brain is a manifestation of the infinite. Feeling the infinite inside of your heart, trillion cells of your heart is a manifestation of the infinite. Feeling the infinite in every cell of your own body, trillion cells inside of your own body is a manifestation, physicalized, embodied manifestation of infinite. simply relaxing, allowing pure energy, the source energy of life, source energy of healing, source energy of love, joy, and creativity, naturally, continuously, awakening deeper, opening deeper, flowing deeper, connecting deeper, naturally fulfilling the highest purpose of life, fulfilling purpose of healing, awakening ourselves, healing, awakening of each other, healing, awakening of all sentient beings. Feeling the aliveness inside your body. Slowly, gently, open your hands softly, feeling your entire body from the head all the way to the fingers, to the toes, to the subtle energy presence, and gently moving your body freely. Feel the internal stretch, internal movement, internal connection, internal aliveness. And whenever you're ready, you can gently, slowly open your eyes.
Hmm. Staying home, definitely. Mm. You know, these qualities of our true self are the single most important thing on this planet for us to cultivate and be aware of. Living and breathing, walking, talking, decision making, creating projects in our lives. If we can sustain this sense of being on the soul, being on the self, being at home, as you put it, I think that we can navigate the world that is unfolding all around us in terms of artificial intelligence and the new frontiers that will arise through the applications of all that the outer world is creating. And so I thank you so much for being with us today to explore these aspects of the opportunity that resides in being human and the opportunity that is here for us to live and explore and create, and also know that first things first, we have to recognize that it's in this body that those two worlds meet, the invisible and the visible. And it's our responsibility to steward that with grace and discernment. Your presence, Mintong, is just gorgeous. Your heart is full, and when you drop into this meditative presence, you definitely bring the example of what it is that people need to know as truth in their body. So thank you so much for being here and for
Thank you.
sharing you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel such a, deep connection with you and everything you do. Feel like we're such ally in this movement of embodied awakening.
Mm,
And for the listener, I want to hear, say again, is really this one thing is bring me hope, bring us
mm,
hope. This one thing can change everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the good news, because not only I can do it, yeah, this connection, and Sue is doing it profoundly, and everyone on the planet Earth, including the listener, you can do yourself without depends on circumstance, without asking when can I do, what should I do, what is the problem solving, whatever. Instantaneously you can access that power, that deep wisdom, that deep connection. And that is the solution we have individually, collectively, and the most accessible, most important, most meaningful right now, most urgent, most urgent. And that's the good news. Yeah. On one hand, when we see all the bad news, all the crisis, all the problems, when I discover the solution, I see the
Right.
good news.
Yeah, there is some good news in here.
That's the best news, actually.
Yeah. Yes, it is the best news.
Right, right.
The best news. Mingtong, if you could just share with our listeners before we have to conclude for the day, how they can connect with your work and access your new book, Coming Home to Embodied Awakening.
Thank you, thank you. The easiest one is go to the website. Actually, type in the website in the wrong way, missing a G. So it's a good reminder. Mingtong Gu, 2G in between,
Right.
.com. Then you go to the book link and you can order the book there. Also we offer, similar program as you do, beautiful online retreat. And I think the unique thing we offer is intense retreat, 30-day of retreat in Santa Fe. So someday I'd love to, invite you, your community, to do this deep work in the sacred land, magical land of in Santa Fe. And
Yes.
yeah, so you can find all the information on the website. Do not miss the G.
Do not the second G. The second G.
Right.
Wonderful. Yes, I'll be coming to Santa Fe to
That's right.
bring our Ignite program in October. So we're going to have to connect while I'm there.
Absolutely. Looking forward to see you
Okay.
in person as well.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So the link to everything that Mingtong has just been sharing is in the show notes as well. So everyone, you can find it there. So thank you, Mingtong, for being here with us. It's been just a true beautiful joy. I know that you are at a conference now and have a lot happening as well right now. So thank you for taking the time to stop in and connect with us here on the Art of Awakening podcast. And yes, and I also want to thank all of you for being here and sharing this consciousness in terms of how do we both and? How do we remain identified as this deep, rich, soulful self, having an opportunity to be fully human in this body and explore at the same time all the things that we can create as a collective, and to responsibly utilize these things in ways that ultimately contribute to our evolution, that we do not leave ourselves behind just because we're inventing amazing technology that can help support our own awakening. So it's up to us to make that happen. The Art of Awakening podcast is here blending that kind of science as well as our biology, as well as ancient spirituality, to create a life that we truly love living. So until next time, I'm Dr. Sue Morter. It's always a pleasure to be with you, and blessings to you all. Much, much love. Namaste.